The popularity of extreme enduro has led to many dirt riding muppets throwing themselves at technical terrain. It takes a special breed of rider to face these challenges, and it's mostly related to a lack of mental stability. In fact, many would say it helps to be insane.
Hold it, boy. Got it.
Ran us off the track.
The Insane Ride occurs in Tasmania every year, and it's arguably Australia's toughest enduro, designed to test even the most seriously competent riders to their absolute limits.
Well, I hope it.
In fact, it may be the only extreme enduro where they had to make it a bit easier. When it was first run as a 2-day event, it was so difficult nobody wanted to ride the second day. Split into easy, medium and hard levels, last year only 2 riders managed to finish the hard track without any detours. And even in the easy and medium groups, there are plenty of challenges. While the prologue isn't mandatory, it does make sure you are riding in the correct group. If you pass on the prologue, you start at the back of the pack. How hard is it? I got an invite to ride with the guys from Heat, or Hard Enduro Adventures Tasmania, and while it was an easy ride, we did have a go at one of the medium difficulty tracks. A recent supporters vid showed that within 2 minutes I dropped the bike and was wheezing like an asthmatic walrus, wondering if I should admit defeat and crawl back to the start. I had the technical skills, barely, to eventually get through, but fitness was seriously lacking, and we old fellas only got through eventually by taking heaps of rest breaks. So how hard is it to do an extreme enduro? I have spoken with plenty of experienced racers, and it boils down to a few key areas. Your technical skills. I was marshal for a hard enduro in Canada. We were staggered at the lack of technical ability. Most riders were very fast on flowing tracks, but chaos ruled in the log pit, hill climbs and hopping over wet logs. Heaps of throttle will mostly get you into trouble. Instead, you need to focus on balance, throttle control and clutch slipping. And if you master the punch and skid plate techniques for hopping logs, those 2 strategies can be applied to all sorts of obstacles. Next is pacing yourself. Inexperienced riders get caught up in the excitement and forget to race their own race. The top extreme enduro riders are exceptionally fit, but they still pace themselves so they don't get tired and start making mistakes. The best advice I ever got for race events was let everyone go ahead, start at a cruisy pace, and pretend it's just another social ride. You must ride your own race. Anyone who has ever been stuck in tough terrain knows how quickly you become exhausted. Fitness is important even in the easy class of events like the Insane Ride. If possible, start exercising at least 2 months early and do some basic cardio and strength training. The idea is to ride as much as possible, of course, but otherwise we've covered some basic exercises in our rider fitness vids. If you feel up to the challenge and have the required amount of mental instability, head down to Tasmania this June and have a crack at the Insane Ride.